Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, he's in studio. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Today is Friday, the 30th day of August in the year of our Lord 2024, and I welcome each and every one of you who is joining me. We, the people of Black Village, when we woke up, the whole of Black Village was cloudy. I really didn't know if it was still day or night. The weather appeared to be what Bahamians call bad. Moments before I came on air, I called the government-owned weather people. Do you know they were unprepared? They say they need half an hour more. So they would be able to tell me why all this cloud is over the island of New Providence. I'll tell you how. This morning I was not feeling too well, so I went to one doctor. I went to a doctor named Dr. Herbert Olander to tell him I was not well. The next thing I know, he called in another doctor and they start songing me, and then he took out paper and he started writing. And he wrote and he wrote and he wrote. And then he packed an envelope. He said, I want you to go now. But before he said that, I'll tell you when I come back. Who do you think that Dr. Herbert Olander sent me to? Lord, have mercy. Have mercy, dear Lord. Have mercy. It's powerful in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'll be right back as I talk a little personal. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monka. I'm going straight to my spiritual advisor so he can set the stage. And Bradley Roll, I welcome you to Freedom Match.
Thank you so much, Senator. Good to be here. We're going to read today. And pay attention because it's very interesting. I like these words here where Jesus, of course, is giving some words of comfort about worrying and all that in this life and what we ought to prioritize and what's more important and how to understand the important things and rather than worrying about the small matters. And he comforts his disciples. Here's what he says. This is a very interesting passage, right? So listen to this carefully. So then Jesus said to the disciples, "Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, but yet still God feeds them. And how much more valuable you are than birds." That's something to think about. "And who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life?" That's something to think about. "Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the wild flowers grow. They do not labor or spin, and yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. And that this is how God clothes the grass of the field. Go. Which is here today, and tomorrow is thrown into the fire. How much more will he clothe you, you of little faith? And do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it, for the pagan world runs after all these things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well." Verse number 31, "But seek his kingdom. All the other things that was mentioned before, they will be given to you as well." Luke chapter 12, 22 to 31 from the NIV. May the word of God forever and ever be blessed. Amen. Thank you, producer.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
Well, folks, all of you would know who lives on the island of New Providence, it's been very, very cloudy. And of course, I regret to inform you that the government, weather people, are not ready to provide information just like that. Or perhaps they might be discriminating against me. I don't know. I won't criticize them because I think it is important to have a good relationship with them, particularly in view of the fact that there's this new concept called climate changes. And if you were to use the United States of America as an example, you will see that America is under major environmental threats. There's wildfire, there are tornadoes, there is earthquake, there is the rivers are overflowing. There's landslide, and of course the sun is scorching hot, and the Americans say it is climate change. So if we accept the Americans' theory, then it is climate changes which is affecting the earth. And so we are beginning to see some strange things happening here in the Bahamas. But do not forget, we are in the midst of a hurricane season, and it is the duty of every citizen to listen to government announcements, because a hurricane can hit us at any time. I have been advised, I don't know, but some Negro person told me that there is perhaps one, possibly two or three, just forming off Africa. And so I don't know. But I always depend on that particular Negro citizen who told me that something unusual is happening off Africa. he thinks that it is a storm. But I've not checked. I just accepted his word. But you have a duty to check. You have a duty to prepare. Very important, because do not forget what happened in 2019, I think it was, when that Hurricane Dorian struck Abaco and Grand Bahama. I thought I'd tell that to you. But today I wasn't feeling too well, so I decided, let me go and see a doctor. And traditionally, whenever I'm going to see a doctor, whoever is in my company, I take them in with me. And I even invite them to hear what the doctor's saying. So today, Marcus Louis, he drove me to see Dr. Herbert Orlando, and I pulled one on him. I said, Marcus, stay out here. I'm going to have a private talk with the doctor. Well, Dr. Herbert Orlando called in a second doctor, so I had two doctors, Dr. Herbert Orlando and a Dr. Bethel. And so after he instructed Dr. Bethel to sound me and do all kinds of things, he then took out some papers and he began to write and type. And when it was all over, he said, where's the young man who accompanies you? So I said, I left him in the front. He said, call him in. So he called in Marcus Louis, and then he said, when Monica leave here, you take him straight to Dr. Dwayne Sands. And I bust out laugh. He said, take him straight to Dr. Dwayne Sands. Marcus Louis, you hear what I say? Marcus said, yes, he understood. And I just kept quiet, and we jumped in the car, and the next thing I know, Marcus had me at Dr. Dwayne Sands' clinic. And when I arrived, his clinic was full to the capacity. Man, I've not seen so many people in the clinic. So I did tell them, would you kindly tell Dr. Sands that I did a moment with him. So they wanted to know, is it personal or medical? So I said it could be a combination of both. And so I sat down for a while, and then I began to watch the time, and the Spirit said to me, go to the receptionist window and look, because Dr. Sands seems to have a number of people, maybe nurses, working in an area that I'm referring to as the receptionist area. And as I look, I said something in English, and then a young woman looked at my face, and it was clear that once she examined me, she recognized that there was something Haitian in me. And immediately she said to me, "Como uye?" And I had to control myself as I was about to go up and say, "Ah!" And when she said that, I immediately identified who I was to her. And when she discovered that standing in Dr. Sands' clinic was one of her people and a secret leader, she immediately told me to relax and I will see something. And the next thing I know, Dr. Sands was there and he rushed me in. Well, I was happy. I was wearing my red hat, but it was great seeing Dr. Sands, who immediately has given me an immediate invitation to return. So, you know, I thank God that my people are everywhere. I thank God that Dr. Sands run a multicultural healthcare facility. And I thank God that notwithstanding our political differences, Dr. Sands know that I am an FNM who's upset with the party and has been voting for the PLP. So Dr. Herbert Orlando said he was very disturbed that he's getting reports that I am dying. He wants me to stop it. And he says he's going to send me to a man who he has confidence. And by that, I understand that Dr. Sands is going to keep me alive. Well, I could challenge to see if Dr. Sands could keep me alive. So if I live, Dr. Sands kept me alive. If I die, he tried. So this is powerful. I said, God save Dr. Sands. And of course, Marcus, he laughed. He said, but you attack Dr. Sands. I said, do you not know that Dr. Sands and I are related? He said, man, Monkey, you're related to everybody. I said, yeah. Dr. Sands is a Sands, and my dad's maternal grandmother is a Sands married to Kerry. So immediately, Marcus now knows that the secret between me and Dr. Dwayne Sands is he's my family. Isn't it powerful? Anyway, having said that to you, I'm going to look at the week in review. I think I'm early. I'm going to show you a video because the spiritual advisor and I, we are doing certain cultural connection. So early, I'm going to show you, let me see what time it is. Yeah, I think, let me get rid of this video. Yesterday, on Friday, myself, the spiritual advisor, accompanied by officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, women connected with Urban Renewal, we went into Dignity Garden, just on the periphery of it, where there were 3 young boys who had lodged a complaint. And the Commissioner of Police, I'm so proud of Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez, notwithstanding that these are kids, he sent 2 of the most senior police officers to meet with those 3 young boys, speak with them, take statement. And so on Friday of last week, the spiritual advisor and 2 female officers, we'll show you the video, we went to see them. And after that, on Saturday, I joined the Progressive Liberal Party candidate for St. Barnabas. He would be the state minister responsible for finance, Senator Michael Halkitis, who held a huge school party and supplies giveaway. So, Mr. Producer, I think I should get rid of this video earlier. Why don't you show it to us? So we are in Dignity Garden, just on the periphery of it, and there are at least 3 young boys who had complained that one morning on their way to deposit garbage, they saw police pursuing a man, and they claimed that the police fired shots, which frightened them, and they felt that they would have been shot. So they ran in the yard, frightened, and they complained. And by accident, I happened to be in this area on another matter, and an adult male, along with the boys, complained. So I immediately sent a photograph of the boys to the Commissioner of Police, and the Commissioner had 2 senior inspectors come and interview them. So in the spirit of making sure that these young boys are not intimidated or lack trust in the police, we decided together with the police that we will join force, make contact with them, and the police would reassure them that the police is their friends, and that is what is happening here.
Hi, I am Assistant Superintendent of Police Nathalie Ranger. Here with me today is Inspector Ferguson and Sergeant Forbes. We are from the Carmichael Urban Renewal Center. Today we are in the Dignity Guidance community, fostering a connection with the community and also partnering with Mr. Rodney Monker in this initiative, ensuring 3 young boys that the police are their friends. We are here for them. We are here for each and every person in the community. And we want these young boys to know that if they ever need the police, we want them to come to us and not run from us. And we will continue to foster initiatives like this throughout this community.
I suppose just put your back on.
inside there?
Go rush.
Sorry, I'm gonna. He just like to ask questions. That's a good thing.
That's what it's all about.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
You got your book?
Yeah.
Good.
Put your bag in your back.
Yes.
Also on the 31st, we're from the Carmichael Urban Renewal. We're having a back to school on the 31st. So it'll be a fun day. So y'all invited to come.
Alright, come
Where-
on.
Where's it gonna be?
Right by in the front. You know where Gerald Cash Primary School is? That
Yeah.
park there.
Yeah.
We're the Urban Renewal right there on the park.
Okay, no problem.
this is great.
Look at the camera.
Look at the camera, guys. All right. So well.
See you on Saturday. Saturday.
So, it's a celebration of the 3 young men meeting police officers who assures them that they love the children and they want the young boys to be law abiding as they mature. So this is powerful. Then, of course, on Saturday. Oh,
We'll do it next week.
okay. All right. So part 2, where we visited Michael Halkitis, we'll do that next week, I'm advised. So, my spiritual advisor, it was interesting.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was a great trip indeed.
And you must have had fun.
Well, just to see those young men presented with those gifts, and of course, it made them happy. That was always a good thing to see that they have their backpacks ready for back to school, which is good.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. When we come back, we look at some of the things that happened at the beginning of the week, okay? So hold on, everybody. It's powerful today. Rodney Rule, he is my intellectual advisor. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is going to pay bills first. Bradley?
Yes, okay, so looking for a quick getaway. Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your adventure now at westernairbahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life.
This is powerful. You will recall, well, before I go to recall, I want to go back to the Commissioner of Police, Clayton Fernanda. I've received some briefing moments ago, but no one has put the full text in my hands. But apparently at police headquarters, there was an event attended by Prime Minister Philip Davis, in which I'm advised that Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda pardoned 10 Negro students who were accused of some crimes. But apparently they were introduced to a program and have demonstrated that they were regretful over the social infraction, the criminal infraction, and that they were pardoned. I'm not going to go any further than that, other than to say that I want to congratulate the Commissioner of Police for this wonderful social position. Well, having said that, I want to remind members of the public that a couple of weeks ago I told you that a well-known FNM had come to my government office complaining over the fact that he was the victim of crime and that he was not getting any justice. Regrettably, the crime was committed when Dr. Minnis and the boys were in charge of the country. Well, I want to assure the country the same way I assured him. I told him this was a new day, and anybody who commits any crime against him, this Royal Bahamas Police Force ain't into his politics and ain't into the other guy politics. Once the evidence emerges, whoever that citizen is, he will be charged. Well, guess what? It has happened. I'm kind of upset because I don't like who the accused is. I don't know how the accused ended up being in a position where he's accused of a very serious crime. And by that, the accused happens to be one of my people. And so I perhaps can have to talk with a lot of young men born in the Bahamas of Haitian parentage who's going astray. I was very, very upset. And my FNM brother who complained, he did in fact accuse one, possibly two, of being citizens of Haitian ancestry. And so I want to inform the country that that man has been taken to court. He has been charged with a very serious offense. And so I would hope that the FNM man will see that the PLP ain't got time for your politics if you are stupid to commit a crime, no matter who you are. So I may tell you the FNM, his name again. I may. So let me read the charges. Man accused of East Street business blaze. A man was granted $7,500 bail yesterday after being accused of setting fire to a business on East Street South in 2022. Well, I'm wrong. The PLP was in power in 2022. So this took place under the PLP and causing $150,000 in damages. Senior Magistrate Shaka Civil arraigned Henry Winnie, 43, on charges of arson, shop breaking, and theft. Winnie allegedly broke into Meguana Deep South Floyd's Place on July 8, 2022, stealing $15,700 worth of property belonging to, and later that day, between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., Winnie allegedly set fire to the building, resulting in significant damage. After pleading not guilty, Winnie was informed that his bail conditions include signing in at the Fox Hill Police Station every Tuesday and Saturday by 6 p.m., surrendering his travel documents, and wearing a monitoring device. He was warned that breaching any of these conditions could revoke his bail. Winnie's trial is scheduled to begin on December 17. Philip Hilton is representing him. Well, I'm happy that I didn't call that F&M man name, because this time it appears that, well, let me make sure. I don't want to be reckless and irresponsible, but I'll leave it just like that, okay? I'm just going to say that I expect citizens to live a Christian life, because I don't want to be calling your name and then your loved ones, I might as well come out, your wife or your sweetheart, hear me reading out name, because you, in your stupidity, add that person name to the matter. So when you come to me, be clear to me. Say to me, now, this is what is going on, so I could be guided. So I just want F&Ms to know that it's a new day, and if you think that the police is not moving swiftly, you could always come to me. After all, you're an F&M, I'm an F&M, and I work for the PLP government. So you can't lose. Everybody wins, and that is powerful. Isn't that wonderful, my spiritual advisor?
Absolutely, indeed.
That
Indeed.
an F&M businessman who hails from Meguana, who has a wonderful, wonderful business. A number of young men stole over $15,000 worth of property, and then they burned down the building.
Wow.
It was horrible, and he has been so frustrated. I was shocked when he showed up, and by damn, I told him, this Royal Bahamas Police Force, they ain't got time to worry about what your politics is, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so he's gotten justice.
Right.
Are you an F&M? Is crime being committed against you, and you think that you are not being treated properly? I have an F&M woman who showed up, and I hate to say what her allegation is. She showed up. I told her I had to think about it, because I don't know if I could say that to the Commissioner of Police. But her complaint is her husband is a PLP. It's amazing. She said she don't know why she married that PLP man. So I said, well, his politics matters? She said he's PLP and he's keeping sweetheart. So I said, well, yeah, he's wrong then. So I want to appeal to PLP men. Particularly if you're married to F&M women, please don't keep sweetheart on them, okay? because I had to sit down and listen to that woman complain about that PLP husband of hers. She says she's F&M. Say she regret she had all that children for that PLP man. So I said, really? She said, yeah, he keeps me that. So I call on PLPs. If you're a PLP, and particularly if you're married to women of the F&M, please be faithful to them, because I really shouldn't have to put up with that, but I did put up. I did put up with it. Okay, I really shouldn't have to, but something says, sit down,
man,
and listen. Isn't that powerful?
Wow.
Well, as we review the week, you would recall that the week started out with great sensation. We had Mario Scotland Yard Bannister. Him and two Negro men were arraigned in the magistrate court, charged with, in the case of Mario Scotland Yard Bannister, he started the first day of the week. My spiritual advisor, which day is the first day of the week?
No, Sunday is the first day of the week. Monday is the first working, we term Monday as being the first working day of the week. But the actual first day of the week is Sunday.
Okay, well, on the first day of the week.
The weekend's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on the first day of the week, he was fired. That is Mario Scotland Yard Bannister. He was fired
on the Lord's Day.
Yes, as the managing director of Clifton Heritage. Then, bright and early Monday morning, he was taken to the magistrate court, accompanied by two Negro men, Dante Riley and Napier. I don't remember Napier's first name.
Is it Kristen?
Kristen Napier. Thank you, my spiritual advisor. Kristen Napier and Dante what? Riley. They were charged with murder. And in the case of Mario, he had 2 counts against him. He had conspiracy to commit murder, and he was charged with murder after the
Was it murder or accessory?
Accessory to murder after the facts. That's what that. So we are told that Magistrate Roberto Reckley, he's the chief magistrate. He read the charges, but under the law, he could not grant bail. Therefore, they ran to the Supreme Court. I'm advised that one of the judges of the Supreme Court refused to grant bail. Therefore, Mario Scotland Yard Bannister, it is alleged that he has been committed to the King's Prison, together with Kristen Napier and Dante Riley. So they were all charged with the death of a former Defense Force officer by the name of Philip Adderley. So that is what happened. We began the year. We began the week with that. Is there any other exciting story that took place that we need to rehash?
The week. Well, also, was it this week or last week?
Go ahead.
That they announced that there would be no further public commentary on investigations?
Yes, the Commissioner of Police has announced. We are being told that the FBI is here, and I'm so upset with the fact that the Negro people seems not to be educated. I'm only going to say this to you once. The FBI never left. Do you not know that every embassy of the United States of America, wherever it is in the world, the FBI is always present. So the FBI was always here, okay? And remember what I told you, based on modern technology, they listen to what we say, okay? I have to talk code. I'm giving you an example. If I don't talk code, the FBI could know some of my secrets. So I'll show you how I do it. Ezekiel, if thou still stands on the promised land, Then Daniel is Jose Breda. See, the FBI could never unravel that because that is code. But by damn, you give them 7 days and they would know that I was talking, who I was talking to. So the FBI is here. Scotland Yard is not here. They are upset over the fact that we are announcing that they're coming because the last time they were here, remember this, we robbed them. See, we robbed them, okay? And I think it was wrong because Scotland Yard belongs to King Charles III. And King Charles is our sovereign. And we should never rob any people who are sworn faithfully to the king. So that is what we want to tell you. Now, a Negro citizen has sent me a piece of intelligence. I've examined the intelligence and the man in the picture. I have identified him. He looks like my mother. And so, once I saw that he looked like my mother, I held it back. And then I continued to study it, and he turned out to be Dr. Nigel Lewis. So, he's my first cousin. Therefore, using my powers, I withheld it until I'm able to sit down and ask him if that's him in the ocean. If he tells me it is him in the ocean, then I will ask him the magic question. What are you doing in that treacherous water? Were you fishing or were you setting bait? So I've not had an opportunity to speak to Dr. Nigel Lewis, okay? But I'll have you to know that Dr. Nigel Lewis can swim. I have no doubt about that. And I'm certain that no shark will be able to beat my first cousin. So give me an opportunity because I have to play family with him. You see the point? When somebody is related to your mother, you have to play family, because if I don't play family, he could get mad and say, boy, you know your ma's my auntie, and you ain't play family with me. So at the moment, all video, every picture you got, you can still send it to me about Dr. Nigel Lewis, but I'm withholding it because I'm playing family with him, and then I want to hear what he was doing in the ocean, because it may not be him. It might be some other nephew who looked like my mother, okay? But I want the people to know that keep sending it, okay? Send anything you want to send. But I play in family. See, I can play family with him because he's related to my mother. You got me? And when I had sense, I met him and my ma in the world. So I suspect, you know, they're very close biologically. So please forgive me. But you could continue to send me thing, okay? And any fish you see him catch, you take pictures and send it to me. But I'll question him, okay? I'll question him perhaps on Sunday if God spare my life. But keep sending me information, okay? My ma, nephew, my first cousin, please forgive me. I have to play family, okay? I can play family, all right? If I don't play family, there's so many of them, all right? And they would accuse me not playing family, okay? So, but he's safe. And as I tell you, he could swim. No matter what you hear, take it from me. He could swim, all right? He has roots in Andros, and he could swim. Well, I had to clear that because one of the women them thinks that I'm hiding because Dr. Nigel Lewis is related to me. And I wanted to know, I ain't sure if he's related to me, but I'm damn sure he's related to my ma. That's a nephew, a sister child, okay? I had to get that off. Huh? But I had to, because the woman accused me, say all them things she's sending me about Dr. Nigel Lewis in the sea, and I ain't putting none of that on TV, you see? And I keep saying to her, he could swim. He could swim. And if he can't swim, I'm prepared to send independent thinker to rescue him, and that would be powerful. I'm having fun today, my spiritual advisor. Anything you want to comment on, because it's a rainy day?
Yeah, Priscilla, I find this story to be very interesting.
Which one
And
is
on the
this?
front page of the Tribune, we're understanding that 5 years, we're getting ready to mark the 5th anniversary since Dorian struck the northern Bahamas. And 5 years later, we understand there's still people living in trailers.
5 years
I
later.
find it hard to believe.
Well, don't
right?
forget, Dr.
Just
Minnis
give me a
was
second.
very
I figured
uncaring.
I figured out.
But he
figured
was.
it. Hold on. And so we understand that they're facing eviction
Okay. Eviction from where?
from these trailers.
Which,
because
whose
they-
trailers are they?
Well, these were the trailers, I think, that were given them as temporary. These
Okay.
were supposed to be temporary places to stay until, they would have found permanent dwelling homes. But 5 years later, we still have Bahamians who faced the storm of the century,
Okay.
living in trailers.
I'm in a position
So what
to
kind
tell
of,
you.
what kind of government do we have?
I'm in a
Senator?
position to
Almost
tell
three-
you.
3.5 years.
I want you to listen to me. I'm in a position to tell you.
Is it a new day? It's supposed to be a new day, Sandra.
So I'm answering you. I'm in a position to tell you things that cabinet minister may not be able to tell you. The government has sent officials from the Department of Housing to Abaco, and there is one
For which purpose?
to deal with the housing crisis. And I don't want to identify his name because it would be unfair to him. And I don't want the government to know that I have my means independent of them. But there is an official who either leaves tomorrow morning.
So what kind of relief are we looking to deal with these people they're facing eviction? One particular person I assigned is a woman with 5 children.
Yeah, well, don't forget now.
Right?
The
So
FNM,
where's she going to
Dr.
stay if she's going to be kicked out?
There are many citizens who ain't got no place
Stop
to
going
live.
back to Dr. Jimenez,
No,
man.
no,
Listen,
you have to go to
we're
the
here and now, all right?
Yes, I'm dealing with
Here
now.
and now.
You have to
We're trying
go
to-
to the genesis of the problem. What buildings did Dr. Minnis construct in Abaco? Didn't he build some igloo? Didn't he?
Were they constructed or just put together? I can't remember. But they were constructed, I think. These were like some round.
Right.
Buildings.
Minnis wouldn't put his pussy cat in one of them.
Right. So
All right.
I understand these were temporary as well, though, eh?
Yeah, but Minnis is the cause of the
So-
problem.
okay.
So the PLP is attempting to
Amazing, eh?
deal. Do you want an explanation? I'm telling you.
Okay. So the PLP is attempting or purporting to do what?
My spiritual advisor, there is an official who's heading to Abaco in the morning. If he doesn't go in the morning, he will definitely be there by Monday morning. I know that.
And what does he plan on doing?
He's going to deal with the issue of housing in Abaco.
How?
I don't want to talk.
How? Is he going with a message telling people that the government is proposing to
I
build some
don't
low-cost
want
homes?
to do
There's
that.
an area that's
I don't
already
want to do
earmarked
that.
to build these homes?
Let me tell you, he is going, and one of the things he's doing is examining housing plan. Today, I've been all over government ministries. And so I'm in a position to tell you what many others may not be able to tell you. I know his name.
Okay.
I know his name.
So give us some information.
I can't give you no more than that other than to say
Okay.
he's going to
Okay.
deal with the housing issue,
Okay.
which was abandoned by Dr. Minnis and his cabinet.
And it's just now being
It was
addressed
so-
by the PLP some three
The
and a half later.
the PLP is dealing with houses all across the Bahamas.
Yeah. With the exception of this. Just trying to deal with this now. Now,
That-
now where's the urgency though? Where's the sense of
My
urgency?
spiritual advisor, it is an urgent matter, but there are many people who are on the list. It's a long, long list.
So who has priority?
I don't know who has priority.
Yeah, I sure you wouldn't know. Yeah.
I don't know who was. All I can tell you, I want the people of Abaco to know that I'm a Monker from Green Turtle Key. And I happen to be in a sensitive government ministry where I know the name of the civil servant who is heading to Abaco to deal with the crisis in housing. There's no need for me to tell no lie. I know, I can call his name, but it would be unfair to him.
Okay. I don't know why that got to be top secret.
But I don't work in that organization. So if I happens to be somewhere and end up having access to information, it would be wrong for me to just come out and spout it. But I can tell you, Abaco, Help and Hope is on the way.
It's a new day.
PLP, all the way. It's powerful.
It's a new day.
God save the people of Abaco. Help and Hope are on the way. Abaco, Abaco, Abaco. Okay. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and while we were off air, one of Dr. Hubert Minnis' biggest general. He called in and he's called me to accountability and transparency. Paul Willie, he says that Dr. Minnis did build them igloo in Abaco and the PLP broke them down. And he's very
Oh, there you
upset with
are.
me, right? And so Paul Willie, he is prepared to defend Dr. Minnis. Paul Willie, must he forget that we had problem getting Dr. Minnis to bury the dead people. We had one big problem in Abaco, all right? Dr. Minnis pussyfooted, and a lot of the disasters that occurred in Abaco could have been avoided if Dr. Minnis had acted truly as a Christian. Paul, please don't be upset with me. I could only give you the information that I have, and I blame the whole destruction on our former leader, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis. And if you don't believe me, just ask Papa. Remember Papa and Perry Christie went down there to help. And what you think Dr. Minnis did? Huh? He got Dame Joan Sawyer, a former president of the Court of Appeal and a former Chief Justice of the Bahamas, to curse with Papa and Perry Christie after all Papa did for her. You hear me? Anyway, is it time for birthday?
Yeah, let's do, we got a couple of birthday
It's
shout-outs
powerful.
to do. Let me see, who's the first one? Oh, sorry. Let me just grab it quickly. All right, so we want to send a special birthday shout-out. Randolph Coakley. Randolph Coakley, we understand, is celebrating a birthday. It's coming from your wife, Charmaine, your children, the stepkids as well, the grandchildren, especially Carrie. They pray that you live to see many, many more birthdays. So enjoy your special day. They send their love to you, Randolph Coakley.
It's powerful.
Jael Lewis is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to Jael Lewis. It's coming from your grandfather, Edmund Lewis, your mom, Janae, and your grandparents as well. So, Jael Lewis is coming from your dad. Sorry, it's coming from your dad, Edmund Lewis Jr., your mom, Janae, and the grandparents. Sorry for that, Jael. I got your birthday greetings mixed up, okay? So, happy birthday to you. It's coming from your, that's Edmund Lewis Sr. granddaughter. It's coming from your dad, Edmund Lewis Jr., mom, Janae, and your grandparents as well. All right, so C.J. Collins Jr., happy birthday. Happy 21st birthday to C.J. Collins Jr. It seems as if it's just yesterday you came into the world, but now you're all grown up. My, how time flies. Enjoy your special day. They love you, and they pray God's love and peace upon you and favor in your life. You're special. Happy birthday to you. Coming from your Grammy, Grace Jones, your sisters, Colicia, Ariana, Genesis, and your brother Eric, your mother Erica, and your daddy Jams, okay? So happy birthday to, what's his name again? Oh, C.J. Collins Jr. C.J. Collins Jr. Okay, Shamara Burrows is celebrating the birthday. It's coming from Advanced Medical Medicine family. They love you. Happy birthday to Shamara Burrows. I think Chantel Ferguson is celebrating the birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to Chantel Ferguson. It's coming from your two sons, your family and your friends, and of course your father, Bishop Stanley Ferguson. Happy pre-birthday to Chantel Ferguson. All right, what do you have, Sandra?
Well, the most I can do is wish everybody in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas a happy, happy birthday and a happy, happy anniversary. I think it's powerful.
All right, good.
Yeah. Any more?
That's it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it for today.
Well, I use this opportunity to salute thousands of women throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It is my hope and prayer that women shall liberate themselves from mental slavery, and that the women will continue to submit to a good man in their life. If the man is good, you continue to submit to him. If he's not a good man, then go to the nearest court in the land, and it is powerful. Well, for a moment, I want to return to the election campaign in the United States, because everywhere that I go around the island of New Providence, I find people very interested in the American elections. Once again, I call on Bahamians to watch the American election. You would recall that President Donald Trump has accused the institutions of the United States of America of robbing him. You cannot dismiss that allegation. And the reason for that is Donald Trump is not an ordinary American citizen. He's a former president, and he's a white man. See, this is not a Negro American. This isn't Jesse Jackson. See, if Jesse Jackson is saying that, I could see you dismissing it. But this is Donald Trump. And remember what I'm telling you. No one will say it to you the way I'm saying. Donald Trump is white. So when you hear white Americans who've done well, who've made a meaningful contribution to the United States complaining, you got to listen to what they say. You may not accept it, but you got to listen to what they say. So we have to continue to watch the American election, because you might not be aware. The government of the United States of America, it is the most powerful political experimentation on the face of God's earth, because our beloved sovereigns, starting from the year 1066, we know that God appointed the king. God save the king. It's the American, it's them who change it. All right? So it's an experimentation. These are revolutionaries. They overthrow our blessed king, King George III. Therefore, we have to listen to Trump. Remember, there are 12 million tourists who have been coming here to the Bahamas. The taxi drivers are doing a wonderful job. They're campaigning, and they are convincing thousands of tourists, white people in particular, to vote for Donald Trump. And so we have to continue to do it. We have to continue to campaign, because remember, whoever wins the U.S. presidential election shall be your leader, shall be the leader of the free world. We live in the free world, and I want a man leader. Say, I ain't playing no sex. I don't want no woman leader. I want a man leader. All right? And a vote against Donald Trump. Listen to me, I'm a Negro. A vote against Donald Trump is a vote for racism. You must not reject Donald Trump because he is white. Donald is a wonderful white man. And he's a white man who's right. Let's don't play color. Listen to me. A vote for the opposite side, for Kamala Harris, that is a vote for racism. We must reject racism and vote for Donald Trump. I declare, any Negro who votes against Donald Trump is practicing racism. And we must demonstrate that racism is wrong, and we must get Donald Trump elected. So we want free and honest election, okay? So let's wait on the 12 million tourists. I thank God that millions of tourists are coming, and we're changing their minds. All right? Now, we're having some problem with the African Americans. All right? They have been, they've been resisting. Okay? We have to work on them, but let's focus more on the white tourists. Okay? You focus on the white tourists. That is what you focus. And when this election is all over, I expect to hear Trump, Trump, Trump. And we'll have a big party if I'm healthy and alive. We'll have a big party. We'll have like a great camp meeting. Okay? So this is powerful. Lord bless Donald Trump. Lord, give him a second chance. Lord, we know that Donald Trump will make America great again. Lord, we know he's going to protect the southern border. He's going to build a big wall. And by the time Donald Trump finishes the wall, it will be bigger than the wall of China. All right? It's powerful. God save Donald Trump. God save the United States of America. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Trump, Trump, Trump. It's powerful. Now, my spiritual advisor, where are you? What's on your mind?
Nothing, man, Sandra. That's boy, I tell you. It does seem as if Trump is probably going to lose this election.
My spiritual advisor, it's amazing how you're allowing women to swing your hair.
Listen, it isn't that, you know. It isn't that. I want Trump to win, you know.
Do you really want?
Yeah, man.
But are you praying for the victory?
I want Donald Trump to be.
Okay.
But Donald Trump is just facing a myriad of
Don't mind that.
charges.
Everything.
They're trying to indict him again
Don't mind that.
on some charges.
Yay.
You know, man, it's going to be a difficult time.
Yea,
for him.
though.
The movement is bigger than he is.
Listen to me.
You understand that?
Yea, though he walked through the
Understand that?
valley and the shadow of death,
it's-
Donald
yeah,
Trump
yeah.
will fear no evil.
Yeah.
For the Lord, the God of the holy people of holy Israel, will protect and defend him. It's powerful. All right? I'm not playing any racism. I ain't playing no color. It's Trump. I don't want nobody to tell me he white. He had no choice in his color. No choice. How dare y'all tell me but Donald Trump white? What the heck y'all expect? Huh? We're not playing color. We're voting for Trump. And every American, we're gonna campaign and get them to vote for Donald Trump, and it's going to be a landslide. This victory is going to be so
Come on,
great.
man.
It's going to be a landslide. And if America was like in Haiti, you will hear lavalas, landslides. So this is powerful. And you stop saying on this TV, but Donald Trump is going to lose. Donald Trump is going to win.
I'm telling you, the liberal movement is bigger than he is, and you can see it. Kamala Harris is saying the things that the liberals want to hear.
What is she saying now?
Well, you know, it's like an all-embracing kind of like getting people to understand you have choices, and you know, not because you choose this that means you should be condemned for it. If you decide you want to be this way, you should be protected. So it isn't like she is really standing up for what is morally right or wrong.
It's like the song of the
She
70s.
is not into that. Her thing is, listen.
You can't tell me who to suck it to. That's what it is. That's the song. You can't tell me who to suck it to. It's my
They're
thing.
just saying, hey, listen, man, if you want to be gay, then you know, that's your rights. You know.
Listen.
And nobody could, you know.
If I
condemn
don't
you for
mind,
that.
if y'all want to be gay, but vote for Donald Trump. Okay? Just vote for Donald Trump. Trump. Then after Trump is elected, he will have a conference to discuss that. I think it would be powerful.
But if Trump, I don't know, he's standing a chance if he changes his campaign.
What do you think he
and
should do?
Just deal with the issues and
He's
the
dealing with
policies.
the issue.
You know, just stick strictly to the issues and policies.
Give me an example.
But he talked about a couple of things he wants to do, as far as trying to make the economy, turn the economy around.
That's great.
He planned on cutting federal taxes.
That's wonderful.
That's what he says he wants to
Yeah.
do. Then he's trying to protect the borders, especially the southern border.
The borders has to be protected.
You know, and that I agree with him because
Okay.
he is right. A lot of people think he's extreme on it, but he's right. that you don't know who's crossing those borders.
That is true.
There are some murderers, there are some drug dealers.
Right.
You know, most of them are illegal people who you know,
Yeah.
crossing these borders, so you want to protect your borders.
Right.
Certain other policies he talk about, I can't remember right now. But
Okay.
if Trump was to stick to the policies, forget about criticizing and naming people.
Well, in the
You
campaign, you got to case with some people.
Well, I see it happening from both sides.
Yeah.
I see Obama attack Trump in his speech, but then he leveled off by talking about Harris and how he endorsed her and how he feels she'll be the one to really, you know, hold and stick to the policies of America. One of the key things about Trump in his campaign is trying to control the conflicts in the world. It's going to be difficult.
For Trump to control
The conflicts.
that isn't true. Let's look at it.
Look
Trump
how
was
far,
talking,
Look how far the conflicts has gone, though.
but
You got
it had nothing to do with
the
Trump.
Israeli and Hamas conflict. You got Putin and the Ukraine conflict.
Listen to me.
You know, you got the other conflict
Trump-
going on in somewhere in the
Trump
Middle
can
East.
solve it.
Boy, that's
One day,
difficult.
Trump was talking to a terrorist. He told the terrorist to behave himself, and when the terrorist act up, Trump gave him a picture. When the terrorist looked at the picture, it was the terrorist's house. The terrorist said to Trump, "Why are you showing me a picture of my house?" Trump said, "Listen, figure that out. Now go and repent." And if the terrorist didn't repent, Trump was going to drop a 6,000-pound bomb right on the top of his house. Okay? As soon as Trump is sworn in,
The clock producer.
Putin will withdraw from, what the place name?
Ukraine. Yeah,
Or
it-
Trump
it's
may
gonna
just
be
give
easy.
it to Putin. Right? So there'll be peace. In Israel, Trump will support the holy people of Israel. He knows what the Bible says, that we should pray for the peace of the holy city of Jerusalem. So Trump is the man, and any vote against Trump is an acceptance of racism. And I don't think we should vote against Trump because he's white. Okay? And I want black people in the Bahamas to know that genetically, see, there's something called DNA. You were able to do a DNA, and you'll be able to tell how much degree of the African Bahamians have white ancestry. So we are genetically closer to Donald Trump than we are to Miss Harrison. So Donald Trump is the Negro people family. Don't forget DNA. You could do DNA, and DNA could tell you how much is white and how much is African and how much is Indian and how much is Chinese. DNA is scientific. And looking at Donald Trump, I am satisfied that the majority of the Africans in the diaspora are genetically related to Donald Trump. It's powerful.
All right, so let's bring it home, man.
Okay, so that's it. Now, any other topic you want to deal with?
No, let's move on.
You want to move on?
Let's move on.
Okay, let's.
Oh, what's this big issue and row with the Valley Boys? It's becoming a bit annoying. Whatever happened to this group now? What's going on?
What has happened is this. When the FNM was in power, see, it's amazing. You ask what the problem is, and as soon as I began to give you the foundation of the problem, you don't hear it. In 2019, Carl Bettel was the Attorney General. Carl Bettel issued a directive that every organization, whether or not they're registered, must file a document with the Office of the Attorney General. If you were not registered, you had to be registered.
Right.
This was designed to prevent money laundering.
Right.
You would recall that I warned churches and civic organizations of the plan. Well,
Right.
Junkanoo have not registered. There was an attempt to register Junkanoo.
What's the need to register now?
Pardon?
What is the need to register a Junkanoo group? So when they receive seed money, they don't.
That's one aspect of it. By registration, you know exactly who the Junkanoo Committee is dealing with. That's one. Two, you're able to manage for money laundering. One of the biggest way to launder drug money, narco money, terrorist money, through organizations that are not properly registered.
Doing donations to them.
Doing donations to them.
Okay.
So, a decision was made, and those who should have registered it, they pussyfooted. And then the Prime Minister's brother, Trevor Davis, and a number of other Junkanooers, they got together and they applied for registration.
Right. So Trevor Davis is a Valley boy.
Yes.
Okay.
They were granted the name.
What name?
Valley Boys.
The Valley Boys or just Valley Boys?
The Valley Boys.
Okay.
Then Campbell Clare, the attorney who lives near Goslow on the roundabout, he's a Valley boy. He then jumped smart and he applied for the registration of the world famous Valley Boys.
Oh.
You see, you can't have names as close as that.
Okay.
Then the PM's brother and his supporters pushed back. But the registrar, Camille Gomez Jones, she got caught up where she was compromised. You got it?
Okay.
She's PLP, and there were so many conflicting PLPs. Then it is alleged that she sought advice from the Attorney General, even though she's a well-trained lawyer, and that the Attorney General advised her not to get in it. But she and the Attorney General knows what the rules are. You can't have names that close. Well, she has subsequently bowed to pressure, and she has written, it is alleged, to Campbell Clare and the boys, telling them that they have to find a new name. And she's revoking the name, the world famous Valley Boys.
Oh, so the world famous Valley Boys have to find a new name.
They have to find a new name.
So.
Or they can return to the Valley Boys. All right?
So there was already a split in the organization then?
Well, you can argue that there's a split, but it's not really a split because the Valley Boys have their supporters. You see where I'm coming from? So when the Valley Boys call a Junkanoo rush out, the Valley Boys will show up, including Perry Christie, who remains committed to the concept of the Valley Boys.
Okay.
You got the point?
And not the world famous Valley Boys.
And not the world famous Valley Boys. So there it is, and this mess is because Camille Gomez Jones ignore the law. You don't ignore the law. No matter who come, no matter what Campbell Clare say. Campbell Clare is a senior attorney. She's an attorney, and she also has to say to Campbell Clare, listen, that isn't the rule. You can't have no name that close. And so Campbell Clare is going to need a new name. What Campbell Clare needs? A new name.
Wow.
I am supporting Trevor Davis, and he say they're prepared to help me with my Junkanoo group, Bush Warriors, or I could come and dance and rush with them. God save the Valley Boys. God save the King. God save culture. It's powerful, a cultural revolution. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and there is great news and great excitement on the island of Grand Bahama. Yesterday, the government of the Bahamas signed a $665 million heads of agreement for the expansion of the shipyard. And Prime Minister Philip Davis, he led a delegation of cabinet ministers and other government officials for that great event. So government signed heads of agreement for $655 million expansion of Grand Bahama Shipyard. And it goes on to say how the government signed the heads of agreement with the Grand Bahama Shipyard for the $655 million redevelopment and expansion of the shipyard. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, who led a delegation of cabinet ministers and senior government officials to Grand Bahama, said the signing is of critical importance to the island. Quoting the Prime Minister, Mr. Davis said, "This is an investment that will repair crucial infrastructure, catalyze the island's economy, and reaffirm this very special island's prominent role in the maritime industry." So it's great news for the people of Grand Bahama. If God spared my life on Monday, I want to return to it. I really would like to know how many jobs this will create in Grand Bahama's economy. But it's a wonderful thing, save that I hope that the PLP will be different from us in the FNM, and that the PLP will make sure that this head of agreement is an open one, where the people of Grand Bahama in particular and citizens around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas will have access to see what are some of the economic benefits that Grand Bahamians will receive and what are the concessions that the PLP government is giving out. Because if we were to check, I think my cousin, Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie, and I stand to be corrected, is among the few prime ministers who have ensured that heads of agreement can be found. And I am at this point thinking about the one at the southwestern part of the island called Albany. And what is good about that, if you were to go to it and examine it, you will see where Albany has failed the people of Adelaide, where Albany has gotten so much great concession, but by damn, man, Albany, Maine, oh, Albany, Maine, Albany has let Adelaide Village down. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to the spiritual advisor. It's time to receive call. Brother Roll?
Yeah, let's take some calls. We got about 20 minutes to take some calls. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775-698-0776. Our lines up? Are they? Yeah? Okay. So you can call us. The numbers are 323-7775-698-0775 and, of course, 698-0776. All right, so I'll be raising some calls. We can discuss some more politics.
Yeah. So the heads of agreement in Grand Bahama, the redevelopment and perhaps expansion of the Grand Bahama shipyard is very, very significant. It's a very good, a good plan, and we hope that it will stimulate the economy of Grand Bahama, that it will create some jobs, and that is why heads of agreement, it is so important if members of the public can have access to it. While we're waiting for phone calls,
you have some? All right, let's take this one. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Freedom March, first of the day. Pat DeVoe is the deed. Pat DeVoe knows what Bamboo Town constituency needs. Good afternoon, Brother Manka and Brother Roll.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
How are y'all today?
I hope Pat taking care of you because you sure are campaigning.
Listen to me. That's a friend of mine. She is not just a politician to me.
Okay.
She is a friend.
Okay.
You know, I
Well,
knew
that
her
makes a
before
difference.
she went. But I want to get into politics, but dream about running in politics. And what I love about her so much, she is not like some of those who got elected and then moved out of her constituency. She's still here.
So she's doing a
Still
good
here with
work.
her.
She's doing a good work in Bamboo Town.
She is doing work. She is doing work, sir.
Oh, really?
I must say. I just want the people, allow me to let the people of Emmanuel Drive, that's right in the back of Porky's and in Gamble Heights. Let them know as soon as Mr. Ryan Brown from Harpex get his everything back together, they're on the list for the road paving. Okay, that is final. That they're on the list. They're on top of the list.
what happened to Porky?
No, behind Porky's, there's a road called Emmanuel Drive.
I know Emmanuel Drive is behind Porky Dorset. Porky don't pave road no more?
Boy, look, I go out of Porky machine to them. Stop.
Well, I want
That could have been a good lift job for him.
I want you to check to see if Porky could help to pave some road because I believe that Porky knows how to pave Bamboo Town.
Yeah, man, he did some work before.
Okay.
He did some work before in that area.
Okay.
He did some work in that way. But Brother Manka and Brother Roll, y'all have a good weekend,
Yeah,
man.
you do the
I
same.
thank you and make
Have a
sure
good weekend, my friend.
make sure
All
you
right.
batten up just in case a storm comes.
It's going to be a great weekend.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
then.
good.
This is great.
Good.
Yes, sir. God bless.
Thank
All
you.
right, take care. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Afternoon. Can I speak with Mr. Rodney Manker, please?
Hello, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'm the lady you asked to call back today, reference to Dr. Dwayne Sands and the Minister of Health. You
Yes.
were supposed to try get some information from them for me.
Yes. Let me say to you that in the case of Dr. Michael Darville, all of your questions have been sent to him. Up to this point, he has not replied. In fairness, I did see Dr. Dwayne Sands this afternoon. I regret that I didn't put your question to him. I went to see Dr. Herbert Orlando, who distracted me and immediately ordered Marcus Louis to take me straight to Dr. Sands. So in the course of that, with the greatest regret, it slipped my memory. But I expect to see Dr. Sands by Sunday. I'm going to make sure that I write a note and put it in my top pocket so I can put the question to him. But I'm waiting on a reply from Dr. Dowell, and he is usually very efficient whenever I put a political concern of the people's stem to him. Okay?
Okay,
So,
thank
call
you
back
very
Monday.
much, sir.
Call
Okay.
back
Yes.
Monday so I
willing.
could keep saying to Dr. Dawil that I'm under pressure. When will you answer me? So call back Monday if God spare our lives. Okay?
Okay. You both and have a good weekend.
Yes,
I
you do
thank
the
you.
same. You
Yeah.
do the same. Take care now. Bye-bye. Welcome to Freedom March Caller. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Manka,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing this evening?
I am fine.
First of all, let me say that Mr. Spiritual advisor, I'm a little disappointed in you, man. It seems like Mr. Ron Marty Manka has to be the spiritual advisor. You are doubting.
Doubting what?
Because listen, at the U.S. election, this is more than just an election. It's a divine intervention.
Oh,
in this
hallelujah.
election.
Hallelujah.
Let's just-
You have
Hallelujah.
to understand, this election means a lot, not only to America, but other countries like us. And the divine has to be involved in this. So you should be letting Rodney Manka know, no matter what doubt, Donald Trump is going to win this because of principle. See, we have to understand. Look at what the Democrats stand on. If they win election, the world is gone based on principles. So you have to push principles now. And I'm going to tell you, this is the third time I'm calling you guys within this month. And I'm going to tell you this, it's going to be the most black persons ever vote for Donald Trump.
This is
As a matter of
powerful.
fact, Donald Trump is going to win this election with a landslide.
Say it again.
Believe it when I tell you this. There's a divine intervention.
Oh, hallelujah.
If Donald Trump don't win this election, not only us in the Bahamas gone, you know, this whole world is gone. Based on the principles. Look what
Leave
the
him alone.
Democrats ain't do.
Leave him alone.
They have no standards,
He's not
no
following
morals,
American.
no principles.
He's not following this thing.
The world as we know it would be gone.
This election is not based on principles, my friend.
I thank you, my
I'm
brother.
So sorry.
God bless you for your
You would
declaration.
you would love it to be based on principles, but no, ain't nothing happening. Landslide. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lord, I thank you that the Negro
Really?
people are being able to see exactly what is taking place. It's powerful.
Welcome. Sandra, won't you be honest with these people?
What you mean being honest? I believe that Donald Trump will
This man
win.
has not been following the politics in America.
What is it that he has not said?
He's not following the election. Welcome to Freedom March. Call your life.
Yes, good afternoon. How are y'all?
Good afternoon.
How are y'all?
Yes, we're doing well.
We're fine.
Thank you.
Okay, all of y'all are going to be surprised when the American election come up because Harris going to swing this grand tide. I can't see y'all voting for somebody like Donald Trump.
Okay.
Jesus, I thought y'all had a common
So
sense.
what's wrong with Donald Trump?
All the dirt he did in his time.
So all the what?
Dirt.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, love, boy, I don't know. I'm talking about representatives. We haven't seen Mr. Mitchell Brown in our area.
Where do you live?
Since he
Where
came in
do you
power
live? Where do you live?
in Fox Hill.
No.
Where in Fox Hill?
If
I
you,
live in Gleniston Gardens.
This is
East
same
Hill,
woman.
and we haven't
Same
seen
woman.
Mr. Mitchell.
woman,
since
listen to
he
me for
got
a
in.
second. I am prepared to challenge you. Direct me to your house and I will personally deliver Fred Mitchell because I have had him hunting for you and cannot find you.
But he know where I live.
What is your
No,
name?
He should visit everybody.
What is
in the
your
neighborhood,
name?
not
No,
only
you're
certain
being
people.
politically
I
dishonest.
think she's an
Not
FNM.
certain people.
Listen, I want you to be like me. Be an honest F&M.
I'm an honest F&M.
You're not an honest F&M.
I am.
No,
I am an F&M, and I will ever be an F&M.
but you're not honest.
I am.
I want you to
because
be like
he never
me.
been to my house.
Come on. Fred Mitchell goes to every home. And if you
Said
tell...
I am not lying.
Well-
he never be.
well,
he
tell me
don't
where you
come
live
in
and
this
I will-
area at all. And
Tell
I'm
me where you
up
live.
all time.
Tell me where you live and I will personally deliver him in my government-issued
But
car.
you know, he needs to come into the area and come round to all the people who live in the
He
area.
wants to meet you.
Boy, I don't know.
Take it from me. He
Well,
wants to meet
anyhow.
you.
You want to meet him or
We'll see.
what?
We'll see next election.
You want to meet him or what?
No, I already saw him little while back, long time. He
All right, so
only
what's your
called when
complaint?
the election time to vote for him. That's all.
What's your complaint though?
Yeah.
I want you to be a truthful F&M.
Yeah.
Okay?
Anyhow.
Yeah, you have a good
I
weekend.
want you to
Okay.
be. I want you to be truthful, Lord. These
she's something else.
unsaved women. I call on Janet Boswick to start the revival again. Remember when Janet had the rough side of the mountain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know Janet's run. You didn't know that? See, you only know F
She
and
came up
F.
on the rough side.
Janet's every meeting there was a
Doing your
rough
best
side
to
of the
make it
mountain.
in. Wow.
Look, if you want to get Fred Mitchell, don't get him through hook and lies. Because what I have been doing to people, once they say these things, I leave and go and search for them. And we have been trying to find this woman. Fred Mitchell has been
You got
trying
three
to
callers?
find her. Take
All
the
right, let's
calls.
take them quickly. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Rodney Margot,
So,
and spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. You got 30 seconds.
Again, hold on, man, spiritual advisor. Why you don't like me, eh?
No, we
Listen,
got some
good
calls.
morning, good afternoon to your producer. I also want to say Donald Trump getting ready to speak, and that's when I hang up.
really? Where's
Yeah,
he speaking?
On Fox. You can watch it on Fox channel,
Oh, Lord.
or you can watch it on Sports Mark. I mean,
What?
not
All
Sports
right.
Mark. Newsmark.
What time? What
We'll
time?
get it. We'll get it.
He's speaking in a little bit. The rally's on.
Okay.
You could also get it on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But I also want to say that continue to graduate my Prime Minister.
Okay.
He just signed a deal to expand the port area.
Yes.
That's what you call the shipping port.
The shipping yard.
Yeah, he getting ready also to sign a deal with a hotel.
Yes.
Remember the hotel, the Affluent tried to open it and could not open it?
Right.
We're working on that soon very soon.
Okay.
That hotel will be signed and open.
This is powerful.
It's very powerful for Grandmama. Grandmama is back. Grandmama will be given the revenue equal to New Providence
Yes.
by end of this year and next year. For that affluent woman,
Yeah.
I beg her to go all the way.
What
Did
you,
I mean it?
what you wanted to do?
Go all the way.
It's all the way, my brother.
All the way.
Thank you.
In
Eh?
2026. We might campaign early in 2025. For
Yeah.
our sake. And if she wants to see Mr. Mitchell,
Yeah.
we can get her to see Mr. Mitchell.
Right.
But what's the purpose?
Yeah.
What would be the purpose? We
Well-
can't waste time.
No, you can't waste time.
No. Well, I get you rush to rally now.
Okay.
Trump all the way. Special advisor, Ronnie Martha.
Yeah. Okay.
Give my
Okay.
love to President Donald Trump.
Sure,
and the
I
campaign.
will. I get it online. You can do it on WhatsApp. You can do it on Facebook.
Okay.
Just type it in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank
have a good
you.
weekend.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take
Thank
care.
you.
All right.
All right.
What's his real name?
I'm a spiritual advisor. Take
He's
the next
called
one.
Pumpkin Eater. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good evening, spiritual advisor
Good evening.
and my leader. How y'all doing this
We're
afternoon?
doing well.
We are
Thank you.
fine. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
My leader reason for calling this afternoon. A certain parent saying that the water fluids are going round, disconnecting their water.
Really?
School is about to open, and it is, it's graceful.
What constituency is this being done in?
Wood Garden,
Well,
Pine Garden.
Fine,
really?
Yes.
Well, I have to call.
Yesterday morning,
I have to call Miles Laroda.
please, because this is despicable. This
Really?
is like 9, 10 o'clock this morning. A parent went out. By the time she got home, like 11 o'clock, and the water was off.
I'm going to talk to Miles Laroda to see how best this can be regulated. Do you
Yeah.
know how much she owed?
Yeah.
She was only owed $312.
How much
Only?
she owed?
Yes,
Only
$312.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
Despicable.
Yeah. I'll talk to Miles.
Trying to get their children to, you can't get them to go to ready for school.
Yeah.
And now you getting home, you got to face my God, $300?
Yeah.
That's not nice. And that is, and my leader,
Yes.
you talk, who you turn to, because they're doing a garbage.
Let me have a talk with Minister Miles Laroda so that he can investigate what's going on. How does that sound?
So, because I was frustrated when that tell me that.
And y'all don't have any public pump around there on the streets?
So, it's just
Yeah.
not about it.
Yeah, I'll have a talk with Miles Laroda. Perhaps he may need to dig one or two
If that be the case,
public pumps.
you do that.
Yeah,
The children are getting ready to go to school right now. You to get kids back to school, and come on,
Yes,
tell them
ma'am.
have a heart.
okay. I'll talk to him and see what he says, okay?
Okay, you all have us again.
Yeah, so
Do
good
well, my dear.
weekend. Okay,
Okay.
take care.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Mr. Roll. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Great.
Do you remember me?
Are you from Exuma?
No, Eleuthera.
Eleuthera. Okay, which part of Eleuthera you from?
Karen, Judy.
Judy.
You don't remember Judy?
Which Judy is this?
Judy Eldon.
You don't remember
I'm
Sister,
sorry.
Sister Eldon?
Eldon. Jog my memory.
Remember we met in the restaurant in back of the food store.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Right here. What happened to the restaurant?
Oh, man. We'll talk about that.
Oh,
But,
okay.
yeah. Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Great,
How
great.
are you?
I'm doing well. How's your husband doing?
He's doing okay.
You tell him we say hello now.
Okay, Mr.
Great.
Monker, how are you?
Listen, I'm fine, Sister Eldon.
Okay, just one comment I'd like to make to you.
Please go ahead.
I see you have the red, white, and blue flag, but you need a red, white, and blue bow tie.
Oh, this is in red, white, and blue?
Yeah.
Goodness me, my wife said to Marcus today when he came to pick me up around lunchtime, she said, make sure Monica choose the right color. This isn't it?
No,
This
I
is
said
red.
it should be red, white, and blue.
Okay, well perhaps you may want to send me a red, white, and blue.
Okay, if I can find you one, I'll
Look for
send
one
it to you.
and send it to me. How that sound?
That's okay, and I hope you get a good report from the doctor.
I thank you for your kindness. Just pray for me.
I will.
Dr. Dwayne Sands and Dr. Herbert Orlando, they say they're going to try and keep me alive. So I can watch to see what they do.
Yeah, well,
If
my
I show
brother,
up-
they can't keep you alive. Only God can keep you alive.
Well,
That's deep.
if I show up,
That's
it
deep.
means that God has allowed them to do it. But
Right.
if I don't show up, you ask Dr. Dwayne Sands and Dr. Herbert Orlando what went wrong. How does it sound?
Okay, I will.
Thank you. Pray
Yes,
for
Miss
me.
Eldon,
Be
you
safe.
take care. Good to hear your
Okay,
voice.
sir, let's bye. So you all have
Yes.
a good day.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
You too. Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You live. Caller, you there?
Well, I have a call on
we
my
missed
cell
that
phone.
call.
Shall I take this? Oh, the person hang up.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Good evening, spiritual advisor.
Good evening. How you doing, sir?
And Brother Sam Cox. All is well?
Is that Brother Peter Cox?
Yes, it is, sir.
This is Brother.
You know,
this is Brother Cox.
I take a delight in calling your show this afternoon because, you know, the islands of the Bahamas has become much safer now that the airport authority has equipped the firefighters on the family islands with all of the protective equipment as we speak.
Really?
Yes.
Are
You
you
see, not everything is bad, but the good things needs to get out that the people of the Bahamas will know that under, you know, and I can say this government, there are some things that is happening as we speak.
Now I'm going to stop you. Are you suggesting to me that you are following me? I'm your cousin, you know, because you're a Cox and I'm a Cox. Are you suggesting to me that you and FNM is now saying good things about the PLP?
I'm saying, me as a supporter, yes, I'm saying that where there is good, you speak of the good.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but, you know, for the safety of the flying public, the firefighters and the various family islands are now equipped with their personal protective equipment that will help enhance the safety of the flying public in this country.
I always knew you were a good
It happens under the PLP administration.
Wow. Wow. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud that my mother is a Cox and your dad is a Cox.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much.
We must
caller.
talk. You are a great Bahamian. You are a wonderful FNM. You speak truth to power.
Indeed.
You
Thanks
do
so
well,
much, caller.
my brother.
Yes, you all have a wonderful evening. And just let the flying public know that the airport authority, well, under the leadership of our good chairman, Mr. Paul Devons, Mr. Peter Rutherford, and crew, along with Director Clark, you know, they're doing an awesome job to make a good deputy prime minister and the prime minister look good.
This is powerful. Listen
Yes,
here.
indeed.
God bless you. You must have tea with me in Black Village.
Indeed.
You're
Indeed.
welcome, okay?
Yes, sir.
This is powerful.
All right.
He's one of the greatest FNM that I know. He's great, great, great. Lord, I thank you for FNMs who are honest and who will give the PLP the critical support that they deserve. A wonderful FNM. He's flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I won't go any further. I was just supposed to call his full name, but I'll leave it like that.
All right, we're at the end of the show. Callers, we're so sorry. We're out of time. So
yeah,
if it's the Lord's will, next week we'll continue.
Well, the weekend is approaching. I call on Bahamians to be safe. Please be safe. If you know that bad men are looking for you, get lost. Hide. Okay? Be safe. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the United States of America. God save President Donald Trump. May he lead the free world to victory. God save the King, King Charles III, the entire royal family. God save Prime Minister Philip Gray Davis. It's powerful.